Okay, so welcome everyone, and welcome to Midweek Magic Club. And just me and Anila were discussing a few hours back that we are about to cross the limit of 1 year now. We're just a couple of weeks away from the 1 year mark. So, and the interesting part is that we haven't missed even a single Wednesday for last 1 year. So that's an amazing job done by Dr. Anila, by all the other trainers, and also me. So that's really great, and thanks to all of you for being a part of it for more than a year now. Some of you have been here for many years with us. So thanks a lot for all the support. Uh, for the new people, to introduce Rapid Mile. Rapid Mile is a training company, and we have been focusing more on personal development. And we have been there for almost 18 years now, and we have a team of six trainers who have taken this initiative to present these sessions completely free of cost on the Wednesdays. And Dr. Anila and Sanjeev Mishra uh, and me, we three were the pioneers to start with these sessions. And then Mr. Balram Talreja also joined, who is also a very experienced trainer with almost 30 years of experience. And then Ongi joined, who is an expert in digital marketing, and Niharika, who is expert law of attraction trainer and also a Jack and Field certified trainer. Okay, so today's presentation would be taken by Dr. Anila Damodhar. Anila Damodhar is a very seasoned trainer and also an expert on law of attraction, and also the trainer's trainer for all uh, for the law of attraction. And we have groomed almost 150 plus trainers, and I think almost 50 of them, 50% of them have been groomed by Dr. Anila. So she is a very experienced and seasoned trainer when it comes to law of attraction. So let's all of us unmute ourselves and welcome Dr. Anila on the stage. Stage is yours, Dr. Anila.
Thank you so much for these wonderful words of, first of all, for introducing me and also for the introduction for Rapid Mile. First of all, I would like you all, if possible, to turn on your cameras, please, because I love speaking to people. I don't like speaking to a blank screen. That's nice. Thank you, all of you. If possible, please turn on your camera. That's lovely. Thank you. Now, I really don't need to introduce myself further. Most of you here already know me, but I must say that it is an honor and privilege for me to be associated with this amazing company called Rapid Mile. It was earlier called Golden Inspirations, and it's been now almost a decade that I have been associated with this lovely company. Earlier, we used to do live workshops in hotels spanning 2 days or 5 days. And oh, it was a joy just taking those workshops. But it was during the lockdown phase where we actually we saw this beautiful opportunity and need to reach out to people in their homes and remind them of their power. And so Rapid Mile was reborn in this phase, in this way. And we have grown, we have learned along with all of you. And I thank you all for being a part of this. We are nothing without all of you coming again and again to our programs, for being so open and receptive to learning so much. You keep us on our toes. You urge us to be better every single day, if not every week. So thank you. And I'd like you all to give yourselves a round of applause. You are Rapid Mile. So please do clap for yourselves. You've been amazing. Absolutely. Thank you. Now, I'm Dr. Anila. You all know me, a medical doctor with an absolute passion for the law of attraction and for teaching it to anybody who is willing to learn and to implement it in their lives. All right, we do it every day. Now, having said that, over the last year, we've been bringing to you many, many different types of topics, right? You all know that. Book reviews so that you can learn what we have learned from books. We brought to you law of attraction, we brought you money, we have brought digital marketing, we have brought Jack Canfield's success principles. But I thought today we would revisit the law of attraction because it's been some time and I think it's a great day to brush up our knowledge. So let me present some slides to you, and very quickly we're going to brush through the law of attraction. And then I'm going to share with you some even more amazing stuff. So, are you all ready? If you're ready, please type in the chat if you're ready or not. Already? All right, great. Let me share my slides with you first. So we're going to do a quick brush up of the law of attraction. Now, all of you here, I know the law of attraction. So very quickly, can we all answer as I ask, what are the basic principles of the law of attraction? Anybody? You can unmute and speak them out.
Like attract like.
Thank you, Bharati. Like attracts like. Wonderful. What else?
Thoughts
Yeah.
become things.
Thoughts become things. Yes, Nitin. Wonderful.
And
What
what you pay your attention to grows stronger in life.
correct?
Wonderful, Juhi. You all have become masters by now. Fantastic. So let me just show you in the form of a slide. These are the basic principles of the law of attraction. Now, a word about thoughts become things. Not only do they become things, they become experiences also. Point number 2, what you put your attention on grows stronger in life. Now, when we say what you put your attention on, another word for it is focus. What we focus on grows larger in our life. So if you're focused on those beautiful, positive things in our life, those start expanding and we see more of those. And if we focus on the not so positive, on downright negative things, well, then negative things expand in our life. That's how it is as we create our reality. Lastly, like attracts like. If we are grateful, if we have the emotion of joy and happiness, we attract more joy and happiness, more things to be grateful for. And on the other hand, if we are complainers and we are always talking about what is negative, we attract more negative in our life. That is law. So these are the 3 basic principles of the law of attraction. Now, here's the next question. What are the steps of manifestation in the law of attraction? What are the steps? Anybody? Shout them out.
Doing meditation.
All right. But,
Alignment.
all right. But I'm thinking more of, okay, let me give you a clue. Step number 1 is ask. Next.
Believe.
Wonderful, Manish. Excellent. Believe
Receive.
and
Receive.
receive. That's right. So here goes. Let me show it to you one more time. The 3 steps of manifestation are indeed ask, believe, and receive. A few words on each of these. The asking is happening all the time. We sometimes think that we need to open our mouth or write things down and ask the universe, dear universe, please give me this. But actually, it doesn't work that way. The asking is happening all the time through our thoughts, through our emotions, through our vibration. We look at things around us and we don't necessarily like things. And so immediately a request goes up. I would like things this way. The asking is happening all the time. Once the asking is done, next step is belief. Now, this is where often we human beings stumble. We are not able to understand that how to build up our belief. We're not able to get our belief up to that level. And that is where we find delays in getting what we want to really see in our life. We don't believe that it can happen that way, that easily. Lastly, about receiving. It seems simple enough, isn't it? It seems simple. How difficult can it be to receive? But actually, that is where we stumble also. We are often not in that area, we're not in that thought process, we're not ready to receive. Many things can sometimes hold us back, and that is why this is where we need to work. This is really where the work is, the believing and the receiving. The asking is the easy part. All right, so these are called the 3 steps of manifestation. Now, these are the basics of the law of attraction. You all know these things. You've read them, you've heard about them, you've watched movies about them. But I was just wondering if you really understood how powerful your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions really are. So powerful that they can create your life experience, your unique life path. I was just wondering that. And so today I thought I'd share with you a wonderful experiment that was done some time back. And I wanted to show you what was done and what were the results of that particular experiment. Are you all ready to come face to face with the power of your own thoughts, your own emotions? Are you? If you are, let me know. Looks like only Bharati is interested. What about the rest? Raviji is interested, Nitin's interested. Good, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent, good. That's what I want to hear from all of you. So let me tell you about this experiment and let me tell you about the person who did this experiment. I am talking about a very interesting Japanese scientist. Now, he was born in a city called Yokohama in Japan, and his name is Dr. Masaru Emoto. And he did a whole series of experiments on water. He chose water. Now, water he chose because it is the most receptive of all substances. All right? Now, his research started all the way back in 1990. Seems like a long time ago, isn't it? Last century, but actually it's just about 30 years ago. And this is what he did. He collected water from different sources. There were rivers, streams, ponds, even just simple tap water. And then he subjected it to various stimuli such as words, emotions. He subjected it to music, different types of music. He subjected water, the same water before prayer, after prayer, before blessings, after blessings. And he came up with, or rather, he observed some wonderful things. I want to share this with you, but in a form of a video. Please have a look at this video and see what he found. All right? Now, I would like you definitely after the session to Google Dr. Masaru Emoto. There's a lot of information regarding Dr. Emoto. And we normally share this in our quantum physics workshop. So here I'm sharing it with you because it is just so very interesting. All right, so stand by. I'm just going to play the video for you.
This next series of photographs are the work of Japanese researcher Mr. Masaru Emoto from his book, The Message from Water. Mr. Emoto's work provides factual evidence that human vibrational energy, thoughts, words, ideas, and music affect the molecular structure of water. Please remember that water comprises over 70% of a mature human body and covers the same amount on our planet. Water is the very source of all life. This photo shows the beautifully formed geometric design of the Yushi Spring water. This next photo is from the Shimanto River, the last clean spring in Japan. Notice the extraordinary geometric forms. The fact that the molecular structure of water can be affected by our consciousness, our intent, and our sounds is extremely important. This photo is from the Mount Cook Glacier in New Zealand. Mr. Emoto has been visually documenting these molecular changes in water by means of his photographic techniques. He freezes droplets of water, then examines them under a dark field microscope that has photographic capabilities. His work clearly demonstrates the diversity of the molecular structure of water and the effects of the environment upon the structure of the water. This photo is from the fountain in Lourdes, France. This photo is from contaminated water from the Yodo River in Japan. In this photo, we can compare the contaminated water with clean stream water. Look at the difference. Mr. Emoto decided to see what effects music would have upon the structure of water. He placed distilled water between two speakers for several hours while playing different music and then photographing the crystals that formed after the water was frozen. This photo is of water being exposed to Beethoven's Pastorale. This photo is the effect of Bach's Air for the G string on the water. This photo is water exposed to Chopin's Farewell Song. This next photo is water being exposed and affected to music that was designed for healing. This photo is of water being exposed to the Kawachi folk dance. This photo shows the effect of heavy metal music upon the water. Here now we can compare the effects of healing versus heavy metal music and what happens to the water molecules. Mr. Emoto decided to see how thoughts and words affected the formation of untreated distilled water crystals by typing words onto paper and then taping this paper onto glass bottles overnight. This photo shows the effects of the words, "Thank you." This next photo shows the effects of the words, "love" and "appreciation." This photo shows the effects of the words, "You make me sick, I will kill you." And here we can compare the effects of "thank you" with the "you make me sick, I will kill you." Very, very different geometric forms being occurred through the intention. Now this photo is of a very polluted and toxic water from the Fujiwara Dam. Here now is the same water from the Fujiwara Dam after a Buddhist monk had offered a prayer over it. Prayer, that sound coupled with intention, seems to have an extraordinary ability of restoring water to its natural, harmonious, geometric symmetry. And in this photo we can compare the toxic water and then the effects of praying over the water. It's really quite impressive. These photographs that we have just seen show proof that not only does sound have the ability of affecting and changing physical structure, but that with regard to the molecular structure of water, that our intent with our sound is extremely important. This may have great implications for the future of both personal and planetary harmony and healing.
Let's all come back now. Now, wasn't that fascinating? There's a lot more information about this particular experiment online, and I do urge you all to Google Dr. Masaru Emoto's study. Now, this isn't the only study that has been done across the world. There are many others. In fact, there is one that is being done at present, even in Germany, in a place called the Water Lab, and they're finding beautiful things. But what is really fascinating about this is that our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions can change the molecular structure of water. Can you imagine what an effect it can have on all of reality around you? Amazing, isn't it? Now, coming back to water, do you know something? Let me show you. Our body is 70% water. Yes, all of us. Our body is made up of 70% of water. So just imagine the thoughts, emotions, and intentions that we hold affect us so deeply. At the very molecular level, they affect us and they affect others. This has some practical applications, some simple little practical applications, which I thought I'd share with you right now. Now, you all know that we use water. In fact, water is a very important part of our life, and especially during cooking. Now, we all swear by our mother's cooking, don't we? Everybody's mummy is the best cook in the world. Yes? Do I see some heads nodding? Yeah. Everybody's mother is the best cook in the world. Do you know the reason why? Anybody?
She cooks it with lots of love.
There you go. Yes. Thank you, Bem Bem. Absolutely. That special ingredient called love, especially unconditional love. That is the emotion, the thought, the intention she is putting while she cooks for you, or she cooked for you. And that is why a mother's cooking, your mother's cooking, is the best in the world for you. Now, if just imagine what would happen if you were eating from a restaurant morning, noon, and night. I think we all know that eventually we would probably fall sick because the same kind of love and attention will not go into that food. Definitely not hygiene. And so, a very simple little practical application, not little now that you understand, is that when you are cooking, always cook when you are in a happy, joyful, relaxed mood, right? It will not only help you and make it more enjoyable, but more importantly, it will be beneficial to your entire family. Secondly, when you are drinking water or when you're serving water to others, always do it with the highest amount of intention and attention towards others. All right, because that water carries with it all of that intention. Now, I want to share with you a very interesting, a little experiment that Shaz himself conducted on himself. Now, Shaz, with your permission, I would like to share this because I find it very, very interesting. Are you there, Shaz?
Yes, I'm there. Please go ahead. You have all my permission.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, so this is what Shaz did, and he shared it with me quite a few years ago. He thought, why should I take everybody's word? Let me try it on myself. This whole water experiment business. So he decided that he would pour a bottle of water for himself, and on that bottle of water, he stuck a label, and the label said, "Hate." Now, He started drinking from it regularly. He used only that bottle of water to drink. And you know something, after 2 or 3 days, he started feeling very irritable and angry inside. That anger and irritation started spilling out towards his family. He became really unbearable to be around. So unbearable that he could not continue the experiment for more than 3 4 days. His family told him, please stop it and please change this label. And so this is what he did. He checked out that water, and in the place of that hate label, he stuck the label love. And he started drinking from that bottle every single day. He charged that bottle through his emotion, his thought, his intention with love. And very soon he started feeling better and more positive, and that started spilling over towards the rest of his family. You may try this at home. I highly recommend it, especially the love part. The hate part, just take our word for it. Shaz, am I correct? Have I missed out anything in your experiment?
Yes, you are correct. Most of the part, just that hate bottle, I could not continue for more than a day.
One
It
day.
was only one day. After that, I was forced to throw that water.
Right. Thank you so much. My dear friends, our thoughts, our emotions, and our intentions are powerful beyond what you can imagine. They are emanating from us non-stop every day, all the time during our waking hours. They infiltrate the space around us, they infiltrate the water, the food, and whatever we put in is what is going to come back to us. That is the law of attraction. And that is the application. That is the application of this particular water experiment. Now I see a hand that is raised. It is from Making Life Interesting. Good evening. I saw you in the Super Saturday session.
Yes.
Please
Good
ask your
evening.
question.
Yeah, yeah. My name is Alok actually. This is my organization's name. Okay.
Thank you, Alok. I
Now
finally
I
get
have
to know your real name. Yes.
Alok. Okay. So now, point is it that I only pour in my emotions or any other desire also? For instance, professional success, money magnet, or is it only love and hate kind of thing?
Alok, that's a wonderful question. Yes, you can pour in your intention also. Your intention would be I'm a money magnet, or I am healthy, or I have beautiful relationships. Yes, you can pour that into. Absolutely.
Thank
I
you.
hope that covers it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, Komal. Komal, you may ask your question.
Madam, I want to ask if we want to charge water for others, so what is the procedure?
Very simple. Very simple. One of the ways you can do it, Komal, is your water source. Let's say you have a water filter, or maybe a big water can, or maybe a matka. You know,
Yes.
you may even just stick a label on it saying love or whatever beautiful emotion you want to put into that water. Or you may want to do it physically where you can put your hands around it and with the most pure intention say with belief that I'm charging this water with this thought, with this emotion. All right,
Thank you
so
so.
that's how you can do it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome, Komal. Anybody else? Bharati, are you raising your hand? Please go
Yeah,
ahead, fire away.
on that water experiment, what Shah sir explained, I have also similar experience. That was with salt water, and we know that salt will clean up the energy, particularly rather evil energy, bad energy. So once it had so happened that for continuously for 2 3 days everything was going in negative for me. So what I did was when I was taking shower, I took one bottle in which I added some salt, and before taking shower, I showered that salt water on myself, and then I took my bath. This I did it and repeated for 2 days, and then everything came correct. That negative thing, whatever was happening, went off. So that was the positive effect. And another thing in our Hinduism, in our temple, we always have water in front of our God. Or while they do aarti and puja, they always keep water there, and that this water is spilled over across the temple on everybody. That also has got immediate positive impact on everybody. That is the two things which I wanted to mention.
Thank you, Bharati. Thank you. That both of these are very powerful things that you have shared. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes, Suresh. You have a question?
Sorry, I just have a question. Can we add a label called health instead of love
Yes, of
or
course you can. If your
okay?
intention is that of a wonderful health, go right ahead.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And Juhi.
Hi, Anila. I
Hi.
was just wondering if I say I've just suggested health, or if I write something that this water is healing me, would that be correct? Because will I be then sending a message to the universe that I am not well and this is healing me? Or is it an incorrect message that this water is healing me?
You know,
Um,
Juhi, as long as it is in present tense, any intention is fine. As long as your intention is in present tense, that it is right now doing this to me, that's fine.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Are we ready to move on? I hope you all understand how powerful our thoughts are, and our intentions and our emotions. Can we move on? We're almost done. As you all know, our thoughts, emotions are very powerful. But I would like to close on this, that the law of attraction is always in action. It is a universal law. It is a law just like the law of gravity. It's always in action. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, what time of day it is, just like gravity. It is always working. You don't have to believe in it. Just like you don't have to believe in gravity, it's going to work. So, whether you believe in it or not, it is working because it is a universal law. Now, I always like to refer to it as that great energy manager of the universe. As we increase our information and knowledge of the law of attraction, we understand that everything in the universe is, in fact, energy. And it is the law of attraction that manages that energy. Now, up to now, most of us have been creating our life by default. What do I mean by that? Life sort of happens to us. We just keep going along with it, understanding or rather not understanding that we do have control. We just go with it, take it as it comes. But we don't really have to do that. We really do have a lot of control over our own life. Because with every thought, with every emotion and intention, we are actually creating our unique life experience. And so, with the knowledge of the law of attraction, you can actually change from becoming one of those default creators to becoming a deliberate creator, to making it work the way you would like it to be. And that is something that comes when you understand the law of attraction and learn to implement it, because there's certain things that we have learned which are incorrect. So those have to be unlearned, and we need to learn the right things. So that is what the law of attraction is. And that is how we learn to create the life of our choice. Now, we thought it would be a wonderful time for us all to have the Law of Attraction Abundance Workshop. For those of you who have attended it, this is that workshop that helped you to get an understanding. But yet, it is a great idea to revise and brush up that knowledge. During this workshop, we start with the very basics of the law of attraction. And then we teach you how to apply it in your life. The things you may be doing wrong, which you should actually be changing a little bit to get the results you'd like. For those of you who have not attended this workshop, it is an absolute must. We take it over 2 days, 4-hour sessions, in which we cover the entire law of attraction. As you can see, Shaz has actually put the registration link. I am the trainer for that, and we have decided to do it on September 4th and 5th, which is a Saturday and Sunday, so that it is easier for more of you to join this workshop. I urge you to register for this because, my dear friends, you have complete control of your life. But learn how to control it in the way you want to control it. It is life altering, and this may be that little switch that you're looking for. I end my talk here. I hope you have enjoyed it. And please, if you have any questions, I'm open for them right now.
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Alok.
Yeah, do we need to always paste it on a bottle of water, our emotions or intensity? Or can I also look into the water and just convey my intention silently?
You can convey it silently. You can speak to your water. You may not even need to use water. You can actually just imagine your intention. You can visualize your intention. You can write your intention down. But what is important is that you are clear about it.
And there can be multiple intentions?
Absolutely. There can be multiple intentions, but we always feel that it's better to focus on one at a time so that you don't scatter your energy too much. That's what we recommend, though you can have multiple. And in fact, in this law of attraction workshop, we help you to phrase your intention, to phrase your desires in the correct way so that they come towards you. There's a way to do it. All right, Alok?
Thank you. I have thoroughly enjoyed your session.
Thank you, Alok. And I do hope to see you in the workshop.
Yeah. I will just request that this link should be sent in the WhatsApp group also.
Most definitely, it will be put up there. All right.
We'll do that.
And
We'll do that.
Thank you,
And
Shaz.
I would like to add a couple of things here, Dr. Anila, with your
yes,
permission.
please, Shaz, go
Uh,
ahead.
when it comes to, see, it's said that water is one of the most receptive elements on this earth. So whatever intention you put to the water, it will anyway get dissolved. And even if you do not put it directly, it would get dissolved indirectly. So even if there's a water kept as nearby and two people are fighting, that will also affect the water. Okay, so when you say your intention to the water, that is also fine. When you stick to the label to the water, that is also fine. However, sticking label is a better idea because that continues working there. Because when you have set the intention, when you're gone, the intention is there, but it's not charging the water now. But when you stick the label till the label is on the bottle, it will continue to charge the water. So that's my thought. And regarding the different labels, so like you have, if you have a tank or an RO system, you can write a couple of positive words there. I think 3 to 4 should be good enough. The more you write, the more I think the water would also get confused. But I had created this thing with me. I had created 6 to 7 different bottles for me, and each bottle had a different statement or a positive word. So there was one bottle for abundance, there was one bottle for love, one for health, one for relationship. So whenever I felt, so it was more of a health tonic or a relationship tonic, but whichever I wanted that time, I used to drink that. That is all. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, Shaz. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, one question for Shaz.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to know your feelings when you were doing that experiment and you changed over to the second bottle with love, and how the things started happening and how fast it manifested. And you changed over from hate to love. So, what was the mental trauma and how peaceful was the second impact?
See, the the change was quite fast. So when I actually started it with love, and I continued it for a week's time, and I could see positive changes around me by the second day, right? And when it came to hate, I could see the negative changes around me within 3 to 4 hours itself, and that was the
Three
reason
to
my
four
family
hours.
did not let me continue for the second day. It was unbearable, and the problematic thing here is that when you are in that hate mode, you won't even realize that you are in hate mode till somebody comes and tells you. So,
Experiment answers so many questions. Say like positive thing, it took at least one day, and negative thing to happen, it took just 4 hours. So when we are surrounded with so many negative thoughts on a particular day, event, or a particular time, how fast it is manifesting. Leave aside
yes,
the
I think you're right. I feel we are, as a brain, we are more biased towards negativity. That's the reason why negative things affect us more. Let's say, let's take an example. If your loved one, a family member, is late to home, the first thing which comes to mind is a negative thought. Maybe the person has met with an accident, or maybe the person has uh, lost somewhere or has suffered something. The positive thing never comes to our mind. Maybe so positive thing could be that the person is enjoying is at the party or enjoying with family and friends. So but always the negative thing hits. So it's, I think we are mentally tuned and designed to think the negative thoughts first, and that's what kicks in.
Yes.
One question, Shaz.
Uh,
Did you
okay.
write only love, or you specified love in relationship or something, or it was
I
just
I
one?
I just wrote the one word love.
Okay, fine.
I just wrote one word. So in all my water experiments, I always wrote only one word instead of complete sentences. So it's up
Okay.
to you whether you want to write love or hate. So I followed the Dr. Emoto's principles. Like he also wrote only single words mostly instead of. I think just one example was that I'll kill you. You are making me sick. That was the only sentence. Apart from that, most of them it was one word.
Very nice.
Okay,
In
and one thing I would like to add here is when it comes to law of attraction workshop, most of this information you'll find there, it's all tried and tested in our so-called lab. So whenever we put something in the workshop, we make sure that we test it first and we make sure it's working, and then only we introduce it to the law of attraction workshop. And that's why it's become more effective. It has gone through a lot of changes for last 15 years or so. I think almost every year or so we come up with a new version, because we keep doing these experiments and we keep trying out new things so that you guys can benefit it from.
I
Sir, sir,
I
Meenakshi,
just
you
want
have
to just a moment, Meenakshi, just a moment.
Mhm.
Just as a clarification of what Shas has just mentioned, there are two things at play when it comes to negative things seemingly manifesting faster. One of them, yes, is negative bias. We have a tendency towards negative. Positivity takes work. So that is one thing. And the second thing is that the world that we live in, the dominant vibration is actually negative, and therefore, negative things seem to manifest a lot faster. So that is, these are the two things, Shas, which you have already mentioned. Just thought I would clarify it a little further. All
Also,
right.
Thank
wouldn't
you,
it
Anand.
be that when because Shah also mentioned that you don't get to realize that you are being negative, or that you are portraying a lot of hate rather than love. I think people are also quick to point out that you're being bad, And when you're actually showing love, people are slow to point out that, oh, you're being so loving today, as compared to, oh God, what are you doing today?
Perhaps that is also a reason, Julie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Joey, that's an important point. Probably I got to know late after for after a day or so that I have become more loving. So
Yes.
probably if somebody would have pointed out to me earlier,
Most
then
definitely.
it would be different
Yes.
results.
There's another thing I'd like to tell you about the law of attraction workshop, and that is this: that when you do join, when you bring your another family member with you or a friend to come and sit with you, they join completely free of cost. All right. We want you all to be able to bring your friends and family and really benefit from all of this. All right. So do feel free to bring. There'll be no extra cost for your companion, and do please send it to your friends, your associates, your relatives. Let them all benefit from this. Alok, before I answer your question, Meenakshi had one, and then we'll come to Alok's question. Meenakshi, go ahead.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Sa sir has said like the negative bias attract faster. So, I mean, like we know, like we just real that second that thought, it's just a second, ma'am. Like that negative, and suddenly we realize, like, okay, yeah, I'm thinking this one. So I should not think. I should not think. I mean, it should be cut off. Then, but ma'am, this just recently, I mean, my health, actually, maybe I don't know, it's the reason for that, or I mean, two reasons there is. Actually, I had a passion fruits, which I went to my mom's place, and she was like very much eager for me, I mean, just to have that. So I just had for her happiness. And that time, it's been long time I didn't have that fruits, and it's little more sore. So I just had it, and then that night even I slept without blanket, and the next day I was having that sore throat. But that time when I ate that passion fruits, I was little bit like, if suppose like I may have this sore throat, and then suddenly, and I just cut off like, no, I should not get sick, and then I just had it, ma'am. So
Yes.
how do we control this? Like, should not come that,
Yes,
ma'am, we
Meenakshi, this
don't want
is
them to come.
yes. Well, what
And
we
one thing I
don't
would like
want
to
also
have,
will happen. Yes, Shaz, go ahead.
one thing I would like to add is that I love passion fruits, and even if I get a sore throat after eating it, I don't mind sore throat.
But
But
I'm
let,
having fever.
if you believe you're going to fall sick, you probably are going to fall sick, right?
So it's
Sick.
see, law of attraction manifestation is it's quite simple. You get what you think about. So if you are thinking about I should not fall sick, this that is what you will get. You will get sickness. If you think that I should not have a sore throat, that's what your focus on. Your focus is on sore throat, so you'll get that anyways. But if you look at me, I I have, in fact, my family keeps pointing me that I have a lot of sore things. It could be kacha mangoes, or it could be imlis, or it could be uh, lemons with salt. So I keep all having all that, and nothing happens to my throat. So it's
Yeah.
all a state of mind. Once
Right.
you
Yes,
start
sir.
believing
Yes,
that,
sir.
see, it's the most important thing is when I start, earlier I also used to have sore throat, but once I started believing that all these sore things have vitamin C and these are good for my body, the things changed.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But sir, I never used to have that kind of thing. But we just can't control, not even this situation, but even just recently, my son, I just asked to take the blanket, which was, I mean, it was sun drying. So I just at a second, if suppose if he fell down, I mean, that time again, I just go back. I mean, I just cut off. Then that time he just fell and he got hurt his lips very severely. So I mean, how we can control this, ma'am? That second, that minute of second. I mean, that how
It's a
do
habit
we?
formation. It's a
Okay.
question of controlling your thought processes. Now, everything is not always possible. The law of attraction does not care whether you want it or don't want it. What matters is what you're focused on. So, if you're focused on the negative, you will attract a series of negative experiences. Whether it's often after the
Yes.
first or second experience that you realize that you had a negative thought. And so at that point, if you can change it gradually towards positive, it will change the vibration, it will change your manifestations. All right? But yes. It's
Yeah.
not whether you want it or don't want it. That really doesn't matter. What matters is what are you focused on. All right. So as Shaz was saying,
Yeah.
if you're focused on how wonderful passion fruit is for you, well then it will be wonderful for you. So next time, don't be scared of eating passion fruit. Eat it, and just
Sure, ma'am.
think about all the fantastic vitamin C going inside. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Now,
you. Yeah, thank you so much.
very quickly, Alok.
No, I just want to know the timing of the workshop.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have mentioned over here on Saturday and Sunday, September 4th and 5th.
All right. Thank you.
Any other questions before we bring this session to a close? No? Wonderful. Thank you so much for all of you, to all of you for being here. I have really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. We'll see you again next week, Wednesday. And for those of you who want to get in touch with me directly or with Shaz, our numbers are on the group. So we are open to all questions. Thank you once again. Good night and see you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am,
Thank
for the
Thank you.
wonderful night, ma'am. Thank you.
Good
Thank you
night.
for the session.
Thank you.
Thank you and thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I thank you Anila for
Thank
leading
you.
the session.
Thank you, Shaz.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you and good night.